EPE Land Revocation, the truth you need to know now. In case you bought land in EPE advertised as Freehold or Excision, then this message is critical for you. Many EPE landowners are confused and worried because of a particular video that circulated online on social media, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. This particular video.
If you've bought a land in EPE, be very worried. If you're about to buy a land in EPE, you'll also be very worried. Government has revoked almost all the lands in that place and has held it as their own for now. Anybody that has land in EPE, except you have previous C of O or a governor's consent on that land, if you've bought a land in EPE and you don't have any title on it, that land is liable to belong to government.
Many people are afraid, and this is because many investors are unaware of a major government change that impacts their properties and lands in EPE. Don't panic. In this video, I'm breaking down everything you need to know about the NTDA Regularization Scheme and how to secure your investments in EPE. So, stay tuned. But first of all, before I break down issues, I have some things to say. You see, a single word on social media can cause a whole lot without a proper understanding. Because this EPE land revocation is something that started towards the end of 2024. But I guess many people didn't follow the updates back then. If you know Mr. Durubond very well, and if you do watch his video, last year he posted a similar video and he explained explicitly what was happening.
So yesterday, the Lagos State government had a meeting with land stakeholders in EPE and Ibejuleki, where they basically laid down the new ground rules for land acquisition in Lagos State. Let me quickly give you a preamble. If you observe, especially on the island here, you notice that Ikoyi was well planned, Victoria Island was well planned, Lekki Phase 1 was well planned. By the time you start going down towards Ikate, Ologolo, Ochi, Dikota, you notice that those places don't really have a proper structure. Their drainages are bad and they flood easily. And this is because the Lagos State government didn't keep up with the speed of development of these locations. And this is what they are trying to prevent in EPE and Ibejuleki, where the Lagos State government has basically gone in.
And also, the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, REDAN, under the chairman, Lagos chapter, Dr. Tony Aspire, reportedly mandated members to stop sales on any untitled lands in EPE until regularization is complete. Personally, I haven't sold any EPE land since then, and I don't know if some people are still selling EPE land without C of O, but I speak for my people, we are not. Now, this video circulating posted was just a wake-up call so that people can shine their eyes. I will explain in details, like I said. In between 2021 and 2023, EPE experienced a land boom with many sales that are based on registered survey, deed of assignment, or even just freehold or community or excision. That is, those titles were not properly secured with a certificate of occupancy, C of O, or a governor's consent. In fact, back then, it started with instructions as regards setbacks. Many estates gatehouses were taken down in EPE, especially those near the road. They were shifted backwards because there will likely be road expansion in many regions. It then moved from the issue of setback to military claims on some lands, and that was why the Lagos State government woke up and decided to do regularization. To prevent all these minor issues coming up later, there is need for proper coordination of EPE. Therefore, there is going to be a new structure in EPE, just like Victoria Island, Ikoyi, and the likes. If you notice, some issues rarely arise in certain locations. That's because those locations were properly structured by the Lagos State government, and that is the summary of what is happening. The aim is to establish new towns and development schemes and ensure structured urban growth. The recent action in EPE is to integrate the axis into a proper master plan to avoid the chaotic development, encroachments, and subsequent demolitions seen in areas like Ikota, Aja, and some parts of Ibejuleki. So, I want to go into full details because of the genuine concerns from smart investors who have given developers money for land investments. But for those people shouting on social media, yes, they have given you another opportunity to shout, don't invest in Lagos. Anyways, everybody is entitled to their opinions. But my video is not for people like that. It's not for you. So just walk away. I'm Bisola, and my mission in this video is to empower real estate investors in Nigeria with accurate information to make the best property decisions. Today's discussion is incredibly important for thousands of Nigerians who bought EPE land. So let's get straight to the point. If you own land in EPE Lagos, there's a big shift happening. For years, many properties in EPE were sold based on what is called freehold, excision, or community titles. Sounds good, right? But technically, in Nigeria, true freehold no longer exists. All land is ultimately vested in the state governor as per the Land Use Act of 1978. Now, why is this important for EPE? EPE has exploded. It is the next big investment hub, but with rapid growth comes challenges like unregulated developments, encroachments, and potential future demolitions. Think about what is happening in areas like Ikota or Aja. We want to avoid that in EPE, and that's where the New Towns Development Authority (NTDA) comes in. The Lagos State government, through the NTDA, is stepping up to bring order, proper planning, and most importantly, secure titles to EPE. And this process is called regularization. What exactly is NTDA regularization? In simple terms, it is the government's way of formalizing land ownership. If your land was previously considered uncommitted government land or part of a global acquisition, even if you bought it from a community, the NTDA scheme allows you to apply for and get an official title, a Certificate of Occupancy, C of O. You can think of it like this: you own the car, but the papers were a bit informal. Now the government is saying we are issuing new official car registrations for everyone to ensure safety and proper ownership. Your freehold land is now being brought into this formal system to give you indisputable government-backed ownership. So if a client bought a land advertised as freehold that falls within the new NTDA scheme area, that land is now being viewed as part of an acquisition zone that requires regularization to obtain a proper C of O. The previous freehold or excision status must be formally cleared and documented by the government. This is not meant to take your land away. It is meant to secure your land and protect your investments in the long run. The C of O, undoubtedly, is the highest and most secured form of land title in Nigeria. So what does this mean for you, the EPE land owner? Your actions depend on how you bought your land. Let's assume the first scenario. Scenario 1, you bought from a reputable real estate developer. Contact your developer. They should be actively working to incorporate their entire estate layout into the NTDA scheme. Ask them for updates. For my EPE land investors who bought EPE from me in 2023 and 2024, before we stopped selling, I have informed them we are part of the companies incorporating our lands into the NTDA scheme. Let me quickly run you through how the NTDA scheme, everything is being done. The developer will submit the entire estate layout or scheme to the NTDA or Land Bureau. The land status will be officially charted by the Office of the Surveyor General to confirm it is not on a committed government project like road, hospital, etc. The NTDA will now approve the layout or scheme for the entire estate, thus incorporating it into the new EPE master plan. Once the scheme is incorporated, or let's say approved, the estates will be processed for a C of O. This is done by applying to the Land Use Allocation Committee (LUAC) or Land Bureau. There will be submissions of documents, the survey plan, deed of assignments, purchase receipts, tax clearance, passports, photographs, and application form. And there will also be a demand notice for assessment fees like ground rents and processing fees, etc., which must be paid. After payment, site inspection, and then final processing, the C of O will be signed by the governor and officially registered. you need to understand the cost. Once the estate layout is approved by the NTDA, your developer will guide you on the land regularization fees. They are the government dues plus potential administrative fees from the developer, so you should be prepared for these payments. That's for people who bought from us. And this is the key question to ask your own developer. One, is our estate officially submitted to the NTDA? Two, what is the estimated timeline for approval? And then, what are the total financial assessment costs for the C of O and other administrative fees? But what if you did not buy from a developer? Scenario 2, maybe you bought from a local community or an individual that is not part of a large estate. You need to get a land information certificate. This is very crucial. You can hire a licensed surveyor to chart the coordinates of your land, then apply to the Lagos State Surveyor General's office for a land information certificate. So this will tell you the precise official status of your plot, if it is free, if it is committed, or if it is under acquisition. Now, step 2, after you get the certificate, you apply for the ongoing regularization. If your land qualifies, you will need to apply directly to the Lagos State Land Bureau for regularization to obtain your C of O. And this is a more hands-on process, possibly requiring a lawyer specializing in land matters, a real estate lawyer. Here are some critical advice to navigate this period. First of all, don't panic, but don't delay. This process is designed to bring order, not chaos. However, procrastination could lead to issues, so start acting on this information right now. Anyways, if you watch this video to this moment, please give me a like if you've learned anything whatsoever, and make sure you share the video to everybody you believe might benefit from it, especially people who bought EPE land. So let's continue. Secondly, you have to verify your developer. Ensure your developer is legitimate and actively engaging with the NTDA. Ask for proof of their scheme submission or allocation letter. Don't worry, reputable developers often offer a refund guarantee if the land is compulsorily acquired, which is a good sign for you as an investor. And number 3, beware of scam during this period. As always, be vigilant. You should only deal with verified professionals and official government channels. Don't pay money to anyone promising shortcuts or unofficial regularization. The government can suddenly wake up one day and start cross-checking all this information, and if they find any issues, you may lose your land. And the last advice for you, documentation is your shield. Keep all your purchase receipts, deeds, survey plan, and communication with your developer or land authorities. Keep everything safe. These are your most important documents. See, I know this process might seem daunting, but understand the massive benefits. A C of O makes your land in EPE indisputable. It secures and protects you from future land disputes or government demolitions. EPE is set for massive growth, and a properly titled land is your gateway to participate in that massive prosperity. So EPE landowners, don't just sit there. Take action. Contact your developer, get your land information certificate, and start the regularization process. And if you just want to buy, if you've not bought before, you should not buy without a C of O. There are already many EPE C of O lands available, so don't buy without a C of O. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, Wildflower Real Estate and Lifestyle, do it right now, because you might never find me again. And I always post useful real estate related content just like this one. And if you found this information helpful in any way, please like as a form of support and appreciation, and then share this video with every EPE landowner you know. They need to see this. I'm Bisola, Wildflower, the proprietor of ABC Trust Real Estate Agency. I am a proud member of BRG, and I help Nigerians at home and abroad to buy land and property safely and confidently in the dynamic Nigerian real estate market. So you need people like me. Let me know your questions in the comments below. I will answer them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you around. Happy investing.